What's going on, friends? Logan Myerz here for Cinephellas.com, here to talk about a brand new show that just premiered on HBO. I've been reviewing the new Outsider series, and I saw the trailer for the new space comedy. I'm talking about Avenue 5 that just premiered on HBO. So the Avenue 5, it had some big name people in it. It's really good to see Hugh Laurie back again. I love House MD. Really funny guy, really great actor. We have Josh Gad and then Zach Woods from Silicon Valley in the show as well. So the setup of the show, they're on the Avenue 5, which is the name of the ship, up in space. It's 40 years in the future, 2060. There's like a few thousand rich people on this space cruise, essentially. So basically all rich people can spend a bunch of money and go up into space. And it sets up a lot of characters in the show, which is really fantastic. We have Captain Ryan Clark by Hugh Laurie. He was the captain of another ship called Avenue 3, but this time around he's the captain of this one, and he's there for the comedic relief, which I was really surprised. You know, Hugh Laurie did a lot of comedy earlier on in his career, but we're used to him kind of, you know, having the snarky comebacks in House MD and things like that. But in the show, it's playing Captain Ryan Clark. He's really fantastic. He's there for the comedic relief. He has a lot of really funny one-liners, like set phasers to fun. You know, it's just really funny. So Ryan Clark is the head of the ship, and then we have Josh Gad is like a tech billionaire, and he runs the space tourism company, bringing rich people up into space and them enjoying this luxurious space vacation essentially. And he really cares more about his company instead of the people on there, where they're going exactly. He's more wrapped up into money and the business. Josh Gad is Herman Judd in this episode. Really tried super hard to have the comedic scenes. It just fell flat in every part. And Gad's character just didn't really work for me in this episode for some odd reason. I couldn't get past the fake wig. I have a love-hate relationship with Josh Gad. I think a lot of the comedy stuff he does, I just don't think it's funny. It doesn't work for me. I don't know. It feels like he really forces it instead of it coming naturally. He was in that show with Billy Crystal. It was just really terrible. Dramatic pieces like musicals and Disney movies, he's really great. But just his comedic side, I've seen in TV shows and movies, doesn't work for me, and definitely doesn't work in this show. Zach Woods plays Matt Spencer. He's the head of hospitality on Avenue 5, and he's really hilarious in this. He's always kind of that quirky, bug-eyed, awkward guy like in Silicon Valley. He's really like this in the show too, but really funny as well. He had a lot of great scenes in this pilot episode. The set pieces were actually really beautiful. I loved how the ship looks. You know, it's supposed to be luxurious. It's for vacations. It's for rich people, get massages, grab a drink, food, all that fun stuff. It feels like a cruise you would take down to like Mexico or whatever, up in space. So it's a really unique idea, and I absolutely love that about the show and the pilot episode. It's a really unique idea. If I was loaded, I would love to go up in space and just hang out, go swimming in the ship. I really like the overall look of everything. It felt like a really great sci-fi comedy, a space comedy. The overall set pieces were really well done. They had like the monitors where people are talking. The outside of the ship is really cool. It reminded me of like old school effects, like the old space movie Star Wars, Star Trek back in the day. It was like a model on string in front of like a green screen or whatever. But I absolutely love that about it. It looked like practical effects. The overall set pieces and how everything looked inside the ship, it was really well done. I love the costume design. We're also introduced to a lot of other people, supporting cast in the show, like a few married couples. One's going through a divorce, and you can see how awkward it is. They're on this vacation and they're going through this divorce, and other, you know, couples and people show up along the way. The pilot episode, I wasn't really blown away by this. I thought it would be a lot funnier, but it just felt like a lot of scenes fell flat for me. A lot of the pacing was pretty slow. I'm going on this space liner for 8 weeks and it goes off course, and it seems like a lot of the characters didn't really give a shit about that. You guys should focus on where you guys are going, you know, like the captain and this other character, Josh Gad's character. They just didn't seem to care about that. They're off course. They're just like more interested in everything going on within the ship. But, you know, Hugh Laurie's character, Captain Ryan Clark, was really fantastic. Probably my favorite character next to Zach Woods' character. I thought he was like the quirky, goofy captain of this ship. And they're obviously trying to pay homage to a lot of older shows, Star Trek, The Next Generation. Recently, The Orville, that's on Fox, which is really funny, Seth MacFarlane show. Spaceballs, Battlestar Galactica, even old school shows like The Love Boat. That's what it reminded me of. A lot of you probably aren't familiar with that show, but I remember my grandma watching reruns of that when I was growing up, and it definitely felt like in that realm. They're paying homage to a lot of great TV shows and movies. I think they didn't really throw too much original ideas into it. You can definitely see that they're taking inspiration for a lot of stuff. But nothing really unique or original about it, just besides taking this ship liner for a vacation up in space for 8 weeks, which is really cool. but everything else didn't really feel unique about it. So the overall consensus of the pilot episode of Avenue 5, it was okay. I did have some problems with a lot of the actors, the dialogue, a lot of the pacing, a lot of the forced comedy that really didn't work for me. Josh Gad's character definitely didn't work for me. He was probably the least impressive about the pilot episode. I'm definitely going to watch a few more episodes of the show because I definitely don't give up after one episode. Maybe they were just trying to find their footing and the momentum for the rest of the season. I was looking at IMDb. I think there's only 4 episodes right now, so maybe they're seeing how many people are watching this and if they're going to continue with the show. I'll definitely check out a few more and see if it gets any better, but the first episode was mediocre. Definitely wasn't as great as I thought it would be and definitely not as funny as I thought it would be. So I'm going to give the first episode of Avenue 5 that just premiered on HBO a 3 out of 5 spaceship hairpieces. So if you guys did check out the pilot episode of Avenue 5 on HBO, what did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. This is Logan Myerz signing out with the Avenue 5. It looks so real, doesn't it? Until the next video review. Cheers!